Do you want to be a great influencer, a great leader, or a manager, or whichever capacity that you want to go to, but you find that you have hindrances that are making you not want to step out? In this video, we'll be highlighting 10 hindrances that make you not to step out, because once you know where the problem is, you'll be able to work on it and start your journey to becoming the person you want to be. Welcome. Hey people, welcome to Mariposa Hub uh, by Nagea Daido, where we intentionally learn to live and transform our lives to be like the butterfly. Um, as we have said in this today's topic, we'll be handling the 10 hindrances that are making you not to step out. Sorry, I'll be looking a bit down because I'm making some references to the bullet points that I've prepared. So the first point is the internal pressure. Internal pressure hinders us from stepping out into the person that we want to be. We ask ourselves, am I suitable for this role? Um, am I even qualified to take this step? Um, will I be relevant? Will I make it in this journey? Will I make sense? Will the audience accept what I'm going to say? Will I be shamed or cyberbullied? In our current times, there's a lot of shaming and cyberbullying and all those things. And we challenge ourselves and we cut ourselves from stepping out because of those pressures that we give ourselves, because we feel we may not be able to make it once we step out. We also wonder, what about my privacy now that I've opened up my life to the world? When I post content online, um, my privacy, how will the media view me once I've opened up my life to the outside world? What will happen? And we also wonder, um, um, will I have a following, or I'll just be alone in this journey? So those things, those questions give us a lot of internal pressure and hinder us from walking our path, venturing out. The second point is the considerations around the market and our audience. We wonder, what does the market want? What is my audience want? Will what I'm presenting, will it be pleasing to my market? What is even the market? Will they accept what I have to say? Will my content sell? Do I have to consider what I want over what the market wants? How do I even find out what the market wants? And so the questions around the market or the audience make us hesitate from stepping out. The third thing is fear of failure. Most of us don't step out because we are afraid of failing. We wonder, will I make it? What if I fail? And we fail to ask ourselves, what if I make it? So the fear of failure and how I'll be able to handle that failure makes us to not take the step of pursuing what we want. The next point is there are many opinions, the opinions of others. Every person, when you tell them that this is what I want to do, they give you so many opinions. And even on the internet, there are so many views on how to handle something. It's not that you want to be receptive to advice, but when you're bombarded with so many opinions, so many perspectives, so many theories, it makes you feel that maybe your approach may not work, and so you shy away, you close in from what you want to pursue. And then number 5 is for those of us who are Christians, it's matters of faith. It makes us not want to venture out. We get afraid. We ask ourselves, is this God's will? Does God want me to do this? Is it part of his purpose for me? What if I didn't hear him right? Is it really what I'm supposed to do as a God-given assignment? And so it crowds us, it cripples us with fear. We feel that God will punish us because we didn't do what he wanted us to do, and so it makes us not venture out. If you're liking these points, you can subscribe and like our channel and give your comments. Which of those points have you found yourself capable that have been hindering you? The next point, number 6, is trying and dropping. What I'm calling trying and dropping, that means dropping. You start on an idea and you don't pursue it. You drop it before you actualize it, before you start working on it, before it becomes something concrete. You drop it because you are afraid that it really isn't making sense. So we don't want to commit for the long haul. We don't want to put in the work, and so we just start something. We start on an idea, then we drop it. But it's a challenge that when we are beginning on something, we push it on, so that now we see the end of it, because the things that we want are on the other side of our fears, of our comfort zones, and we just don't drop something. We begin on it and we try to pursue on it. Then number 7 is the concept I'm calling multi-talented. Some of us feel that we are multi-talented or multi-gifted or multi-skilled, such that maybe you studied something different in school. For an example, myself, I studied legal skills, law, and then I began into music. Then I have some skills in events organizing, interest in matters of environment. So if you're that kind of a person where you're multi-skilled, your profession or something different, your gifting in something different like drama or music or poetry and such like, and you are in a different business environment, in all that, we get challenged now. How do I narrow down to one specific area that I can pursue, so that I'm able to work on it and grow it, so that it becomes something of substance that I can be identified with, and I can grow in it and become someone out of it. Yes, then the next challenge that we face when we want to step out is comparison and self-doubt. When we compare ourselves with other people who have made it either in our industry or related industries, then we forget our own journey, that we're supposed to go at our own pace. Then we just self-critique ourselves and self-demotivate ourselves, and then we don't begin our journey to the person that we want to be. So when we over compare ourselves, and now we self-doubt ourselves, then it is a hindrance to uh, stepping out and venturing into the person and the dreams that we want to achieve. So that's another challenge. Then number 9 is learning and planning without action. We find ourselves that most of the time, as I mentioned in a previous video, the link is in the description box. We are in a continuous process, continuous cycle of learning and planning, and we don't actually take the action. But most of the time that we are just in that phase of learning, planning, and trying this information, just acquiring information and knowledge, and not actually putting to action. Then I'll be giving you my last point and a bonus point. So the last point is limited resources. We find ourselves that we don't step out because we are afraid that we may not have the resources that we want. Um, the financial resources. Most of us don't want to start because we say, I don't have the money, I don't have the capacity, I don't have all this, I have this, I don't have, I don't have. Yet, instead of looking at the glass as half empty, we can look at it as half full. And so we can begin from where we are and then venture with time uh, to the endless possibilities ahead of us. And to the bonus point is that not wanting to start small. Most of us just want to start big and grand, and so we are afraid of the messy starting, the baby step, the teething. Uh, we shouldn't be ashamed of that. We should actually show that journey because it will encourage someone else to start somewhere. So despite the challenge, it's okay to start small. It's okay to start where you are because it's in that you will be the person that you want to be. That will be all. Those are the 10 points that hinder us from stepping out. I hope that they have been helpful, and that you'll be able to take time to reflect and see which of those things have been hindering you to step out, and now start working on a strategy on how you're going to overcome them and actually take the step to venture out into the person that you want to be. Thank you so much. See you in the next video.